Hi. This happened to me when I was 4 or 5 years old. I remember that I went to the kindergarten. That day we had a festival, and in the playground, the teachers put the swings up. I mean, we couldn't use them, but I didn't follow the rules, and suddenly I went up to the little house and I dropped the string, but my partner was passing and I wounded his head. But it wasn't my intention. But he needed to go to the hospital because he was bleeding too much. And his mother, even though I was a baby, she told me many things like scolding, but I don't remember the words well. And then we went together in primary school and we were friends all primary, and we forgot that event and we just laughed. And that's all. But I have imagined that, well, I let me share my screen. Eh, eh, I dropped the swing in this part and was and that's all.
The day had finally arrived to go on a trip with my friends. Everything was planned. There was not to be any inconvenience. We arrived at the meeting point and started our way. We had a lot of fun, but when we go back, uh, who would have thought that we would run out of gas and be stranded in the middle of nowhere? So we decided that 3 of 5 of us went to look for the gas station that was 1.5 kilometers away. It took them almost an hour to get there and back, while the two of us were checking to make sure it was only gasoliners. Were heard loud screams in the distance. We could not identify what the scream was, so we going into the car and waited there in silence. Where they arrived with the gasoline, they told us that they saw how, while we're killing a pig up ahead.
Hi, I'm Mariana and I'm going to tell you an anecdote. This happened to me when I went on vacation with my family to Acapulco last summer. My family and I decided to go on vacation to the beach. The first day was very cool. I was on the beach in the company of my family. Later, at the end of the day, we saw on the news that the sea would be very grotesque, that it was best not to go into the sea. My family and I were very sad because our vacation was ruined. The next day, we decided to go to the beach for a walk and have breakfast. After breakfast, I went with my cousin to walk along the coast, and we decided to sit on some stones to observe the great waves of the sea. When suddenly my cousin Ernesto said, "Here comes a very big wave," and we all turned around, and at the same time the wave had already covered our entire body. We didn't have time for anything other than to hold on to the stones and sense that the sea wouldn't pull us and we would die drowned. After this great tragedy and scare, in the end my family and I returned home very scared but grateful that nothing serious happened. And that's all.